Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. In our today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to model a 3D house like this in AutoCAD 3D Basics. So basically you can see how this house looks like. Now you have the roof, you have the floor, you have the windows and the outer floor that I've created so far. So if I orbit this, you're going to see different views of this drawing from the south and then from the east. So as I keep orbiting, you're going to see how these buildings look like. So in our today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to model a 3D house like this in AutoCAD 3D Basics. So we'll not waste much time. So what I have to do now, I have to click on this plus icon so we can start a new drawing. So now we have a new drawing environment here already. So as usual, I'll type UN for unit command and press enter. And now I'm going to set my unit. So under type here is going to be decimal, and then precision is going to be 0.0. Now set the unit to millimeters, and the lightning here will be international, and then click on OK. So now the view is going to be top, and next is to select a rectangle and click on rectangle. Now at any point I will start my drawing. So I'm going to enter a dimension of 4500, 4000, and then press enter. Now select the zoom extend tool so you can see this verb. Right click and select zoom, and then zoom in. So now you have this, and we can pan to bring this drawing this way. Now select this UCS and bring it to this side so that we can do our drawing neat. Now select rectangle again, and at this point I'm going to give it an interior wall thickness of 100 mm. So type 100 mm as the extension and press enter. So now I'm going to enter the dimension for this very side, which is going to be dining. So I'm going to enter dimension of 2500 millimeters, 1500, and press enter. Now press enter to repeat rectangle and take an extension of 100 and press enter. Now enter dimensions of 3000 millimeters, 3200, and press enter. Repeat triangle again, take an extension from here and enter 100 as the wall thickness, and come down to this point here and enter 1200 and press enter. Enter again to repeat rectangle tool, and from here we're going to take extension of repeat rectangle and take extension from here by 100, press enter, and extend this way. Enter the dimension to be 3000, minus 3200 millimeters, and press enter. Enter again. Now give an extension of 100 for wall thickness and enter dimensions of 1500 millimeters, minus 2000, and press enter. Enter again and repeat rectangle, take an extension of 100 and press enter. Now select this point as a reference and go up by 1200 and press enter. Enter and repeat rectangle, give an extension of 100, press enter, and locate this point as reference and this point as reference and stop here at this point. Again press enter to repeat rectangle, take extension from here by 100 and press enter. Now you have to go up, give it 1500 and 2000 millimeters and press enter. So now here we're going to add another room at the top here. So repeat rectangle and take an extension from here by 100 millimeters and go up this way. So this is going to be minus 3000, 3200 and press enter. Now repeat rectangle and take an extension, enter 100 mm for extension or wall thickness, and then use this point as reference. Now you have to come this way by 1500 and press enter. Repeat enter for rectangle and take extension of 100 for wall thickness, and trace this point at this point, and at this point, just at this point, you click here so that you have this. So now we have the dining, or we have the room here, the lounge, and we have dining, we have living room, we have kitchen, and we have the store, we have the bath, we have another room with a bath, we have the passage, we have another room with a bath here. So now we are going to trim some of this line. So select trim from here and press enter, trim this and hold shift extend this and trim this line. Now trim this line, hold shift, extend this and extend this line. You can now trim this line and then press enter. So now we are going to select these outer rectangles and explode it so that we can now create our outer wall. So select all of these outer rectangle and type X for explode and press enter. So now you have all of these lines separate. So we are going to use offset, and we're going to enter offset of 200 for outer wall thickness, and we offset this line outside, offset this line outside, offset this line outside. So we're going to offset all of this line. Alright, so now that we have offsetted, we're going to select the fillet tool, and we use a radius of 0 so that we can join this instead of using trim tool. So enter 0 as the radius and press enter, then select multiple, and you can now join all of these lines this way. Just follow the way what I'm doing so you can join all of these lines together. Alright, so now if you have joined all of this line, you can now select it and type J to join the whole line. So you have each of these, you have the outer and you have the inner rooms. So next, now we are going to create doors and windows for this very building. So again, we are going to select rectangle, and at this point we enter dimension for the window. So we are going to use 1200, 300 and then press enter. Repeat rectangle again. So now we are going to draw for the door. So we have 900, 300 and then press enter. Repeat rectangle again for the smaller window, for the bath and for the store. So this is going to be 700 millimeters, 300 millimeters, and then press enter. So now we have all of this. We are going to copy it and paste it in this building where we want it, and so we're going to do that in a fast forward mode. So you now select this rectangle and then copy and paste at each of the point. So we first copy this and paste it here. Alright, so now we have all the door or windows placed. So next we are going to place the doors. So this is the door rectangle. So we are going to copy this again and now paste it to where we want door to be placed. So paste one here, and we'll have another door here. So now we have all our doors and windows placed, and from here now we can now turn it to isometric view, so we can now press pull and extrude some of our doors and windows. So we don't need this again, we are going to erase it, and after that we now click on this icon so that we can change to isometric view. Now we also erase this and then click on zoom extend so we can see this object. So now we are going to press pull, or we're going to extrude the first items, which is the door. So we're going to select all of the doors, or select extrude and select all these doors, select the doors, and then press enter. Then we'll give it an extrusion height of 2100 and press enter, which is in millimeters. Again, we are going to extrude the windows, so we extrude the first set of windows. So just press enter to repeat extrusion, and then select these windows one after the other. And then press enter and extrude it by 1200, and then press enter. Repeat extrusion and extrude the smaller windows. Then press enter and extrude by 700 millimeters, and then press enter. So now we are going to select all of these doors and then hide it. So select the doors. So now we are selecting these doors so that we can be able to press pull the floor plan. So select this door and then hide it so we can press pull. And then click here and click on hide object. Next, now we are going to move all of these windows to a height of 900 millimeters. So select these windows and then select move from here and take a reference. Now enter 0, 0, 900 on the y-axis, 900 millimeters, and again select the smaller windows and move it up by a distance of 1400. So 0, 0, 1400, and then press enter. So we have this. Now we can now press pull the shape of this floor plan. So zoom in so we can see this shape clearly, and select press pull from here, and now we select inside this shape. So just go around where AutoCAD can actually recognize the boundaries of this shape. Alright, so we can use this point and then click here. Let's escape. We did not press pull one of the windows, so we're going to select these and extrude by 1200 and press enter. Again, we are going to move this up, so select move and go up by 1000 or by 900. So type 0, 0, 900 and press enter. So now repeat press pull again at this point, and so we can now select this point or the inside of this building. Alright, so we can now press pull and give it a height of 3000 millimeters and press enter, and then press enter. So now we are going to end object isolation. Next, now we are going to subtract the doors and the windows. So zoom in again and subtract the doors and the windows from the main building. So select subtract and click on the main building and press enter. So you can now select all the doors and the windows. and then press enter to subtract. So now if we turn this to realistic view, you're going to see this house looking like this. So select orbit and orbit around so you can see how our building looks like. So this is how our floor plan or our building looks like in AutoCAD. So now again we are going to extrude, or we are going to create the roof of this building. So what we are going to do, we are going to select this and click on hide object, and now we are going to offset this line by 500 millimeters out for the roof and press 500. So we now extrude this out, and again we are going to press pull this line for the inner floor. So select this line and press pull. So that's going to be minus 100 millimeters downward, and press enter, and then press enter again. Now select this floor and select hide object to hide this. Next, now we are going to create the outer design for this wall, which we saw in this drawing. So if I click here, you can see there's an outer design here. So that's what we're going to do next. So go back to this drawing, and now we are going to end object isolation so we can trace that point. So end object isolation, and then change to 2D wireframe. Now we're going to change to top view, and then select top view. So now we are going to draw another rectangle for the door, which we are going to cut out. So select the rectangle and type in the dimension 900, 300, and press enter. So now we are going to copy this. So select copy. First we are going to rotate, select rotate, and rotate this way. Now repeat rectangle again for the second door and enter dimensions of 1200, 300, and press enter. So you can now select these and move this, select move and move to this point where we have this door. Again, select this and move to this point where we have this door and insert it there. So now we can select this and go to hide object and select hide object. Again, we're selecting the outer floor and select hide object. So now we can trim this line. So select trim and press enter. So now we can trim these lines and trim this line, and again we're going to trim this line and trim this. No. So let's move this again. So select move and take a reference here and move it down, and then select trim, press enter, trim this line and this line. Again, trim these lines and these lines and this, and then press enter. And we now want to erase this. So now we have this. Again, change to south or to home view and zoom in so we can see this. So select zoom and zoom in. So now we want to press pull these lines again. So press pull and select this line and enter dimension of 500 millimeters and press enter. Again, repeat press pull and select this line, go up by 500 millimeters and press enter. So now we are going to, this is extruded as a surface, so we are going to thicken this. So type th and this is thicken and select thicken. So we now select this and this surface and press enter. So we're going to thicken it by 50 millimeters and press enter. So now we have this. We can now end object isolation. Again, we are going to create full layers so we can separate this and we can see it clearly. So just click on new layer, click here and create different layers. So we just change the color and give it a different color. Okay, so give this a different color and click on OK and give this a different color and click on OK and create another new layer and give it another color. Let's see red and click on OK, and we can now close this. Now change to realistic view. We can now select the floor inside and move it to a different layer. Let's move it to this layer, and now this outer design. Now we select this outer design and move it to a different layer. So go to layers and change this to this layer and escape. And now we have this. So we have the main building and we have the floor here. So now we are going to now move extrude for the roof. So now we're going to select this line for the roof and select move, select this point and go up. Now enter dimension of 0,0,3000 for the height and press enter. So now we have this, and let's pan and see this. Now press enter. So now we're going to extrude this. We're going to extrude this for the roof. So just select this pan and select this line. So you can now select extrude from here and type T for taper and press enter. So we now select an angle of 45 degrees, press enter. Now go up by 1000 millimeters and press enter. So we have this, but you can see this is not a full roof. So what we're going to do, we are going to use solid edit and move the face to have a perfect roof. So type XO for solid edit and select faces and select move from here. So go to selections and for field change this to faces, and we can now select this face. Okay, let's repeat it again. So select solid edit and select faces, select move and go to selection, change this to face, and you can now select this face and then press enter. So at any point just click at the edge and move it up. So now we have this as the face or as the roof of this building. So if you orbit this, you're going to see how it looks like. So this is going to be how the roof of this building will look like. So again, we are going to move the roof to a different layer. So select the roof, escape and select the roof. So change the selection to okay. We can now select this and move it to another layer. So select this and go to layers, and change to a different layer. Let's use this as the layer and escape. And so now you're going to see our building look like this. So we're just going to select a different view and change this to front view, or let's change this to southwest isometric view. So this is how our building is going to look like. So let's move this UCS out of the way and place it here. Again, we're going to zoom, so select zoom and zoom inside, and now we have this. So let's orbit and see how this looks like. So if we orbit this house, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. So you see, so what we have here is some of our windows were not properly subtracted. So some of our windows and doors were not properly subtracted, so it's not visible. You can see. So you have the doors, we have the windows, and we have the other part of the building that you can see. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is how you can actually model a 3D house. So what we are left with to do now is to create the floor, the outer floor. So go to custom view and change to bottom, and we are now going to zoom, select zoom and zoom inside and press enter, and now go to create and select surface. At this point we're going to click and come this way, draw this way to get the surface and press enter. Now go back to southwest isometric view. So you're going to have this. So this is just a surface. We are going to change it to a solid. So select this and type TH for thicken and select the thickness to be 100. Type 100 and press enter. So we now have this, and we can now move this down. So select move, and so we have our UCS facing this direction with a Z pointing down. So we're going to move this by 0, 0, 100 and then press enter. So we have this looking like this, and we can now change our view from that to world view. So now we have this floor plan or this 3D house completed in AutoCAD 3D Basics. So now again we're going to move this wall to a different layer, or the outer floor to a different layer. So we can use, let's change this color to maybe something like this and press OK. So now we have this. I'm going to move this to layer 4 and press escape. So now we have this. We can just select this wall, select this hide object, and select this and hide object. And now we don't need this floor plan again, so we're just going to select this and erase, and then go to end object isolation. So now we have a perfect 3D house in AutoCAD 3D Basics. So now you can see how you can model a 3D house in AutoCAD 3D Basics. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more drawings. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.